Story 1. The Night Shift at the Hotel. Narrator name changed to Sarah. I used to work the night shift at a small hotel. This happened about a year ago, and I still think about it because it truly scared me. I don't know what that man was planning, but when I remember how long he was inside without me realizing he wasn't even a guest, it makes me sick. The hotel was small, 3 floors, maybe 40 rooms total. On weekdays, we usually had only 10 or 15 rooms booked. I worked from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., and most nights were boring and quiet. The front doors locked automatically at night, and guests had to buzz to get in. One night, around 11 p.m., a man buzzed. I let him in. He looked mid-40s, tall, wearing jeans, a baseball cap, and carrying a backpack. He asked for a room. I gave him the price. He handed me a card. I swiped it, heard the beep, and gave him a key for room 214. But then he stared at me just a little too long before leaving. His expression was blank, his eyes fixed on me for several seconds before he walked away. At midnight, he came back. He didn't speak, didn't ask for anything. He just sat on the couch in the lobby, staring at the blank TV screen. Half an hour later, he was still there. No phone, no book, not even dozing off, just staring. When I checked the system, room 214 showed vacant. No payment, no check-in log, no key entry. That's when I realized he never went to the room. I looked at him, still there, still staring. Later, I saw him standing in the dark hallway near the bathrooms, just watching. He wandered near the stairwell, the vending machines, the corners of the lobby where the lights didn't reach, always staring. By 3:30 a.m., I called the police. When they arrived, they questioned him and discovered the card he gave me was stolen. He had no bags, no reservation. He had just been pretending to be a guest to get inside. They arrested him for trespassing and the stolen card. The worst part, realizing he had been inside the hotel for hours, silently roaming the halls, even standing outside guest room doors, and he was never supposed to be there. That was the scariest night of my life. Story 2. The Gas Station Stalker. Narrator name changed to Lily. My name is Lily. I'm 24. And I used to work the night shift at a small gas station off a lonely road. I liked the job because it was quiet and predictable, or at least, it was. One Thursday night, around 1 a.m., a man walked in. He looked mid-40s, with messy hair and a heavy green coat. He didn't buy anything. He just stood there, staring at me. Then he said, "You always work this late, right?" I smiled politely, trying not to show how unsettled I felt. Then he said my name, even though I wasn't wearing a name tag. That's when I froze. He explained he had seen my handwriting on the store's whiteboard. He started pointing out tiny details, like how I dot my I's with slashes instead of circles. From that night, he began showing up more often. Sometimes he came inside and lingered. Sometimes he just sat in his car outside with the headlights off, watching. One night, I found a Polaroid photo on the counter. It was me, taken outside while I was refilling the windshield washer bin. Too close, too personal. Later, when police searched his car, they found a notebook filled with my schedule, notes about my clothes, my habits, even pages with my name written over and over again until it blurred into scribbles. A restraining order was issued, and I was transferred to another station 2 hours away. But even now, when I drive home and see headlights following me for too long, I feel that same chill down my spine. Story 3. The Suspicious Car. Narrator name changed to Mona. Co-workers, Max and Ben. I'm Mona, 22 years old, and I work the overnight shift at a 24-hour gas station. I hadn't been there even 2 months when something terrifying happened. One night, my co-worker Max and his friend Ben dropped by for coffee around 2:30 a.m. While they were outside smoking, they noticed a car parked in the lot. Brand new, no license plate, engine running, lights off. Inside, a man was sitting, staring at the store. When Ben approached him, the man acted nervous, muttered something about the wrong address, and quickly drove off. Another car, also new with no plates, immediately followed him out. The next night, the car came back. This time, a group of customers noticed it too. They said there were 2 men inside, arguing, pointing toward the store doors. When they realized they'd been spotted, they reversed and sped away. I don't know what those men wanted, but I know it wasn't good. If Max and Ben hadn't been there that first night, distracting them, maybe something awful would have happened to me while I was alone.